What's up, Gym Molly fam? I am Lindsey, and I'm here with a very special guest. Her name is Emily. Emily, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily Paglia, better known as Golfer Girl M. Super excited here with Lindsey down in Miami. We're shooting for Gym Molly and super excited for all the content that's going to come out this
So
weekend.
the crazy thing is, you've been with Gym Molly for how long now?
Since 2020, so
Okay.
now 4 years.
Wow, and I've been with Gym Molly for 2 years, and I'm just now meeting her today,
I
which is
know.
kind of insane.
Yes.
So I've been to Texas, Miami, LA with Gym Molly, and you've been...
Oh, I've been to Arizona, California, Texas, Florida,
Wow.
all over.
Yeah.
And it's been an amazing 4 years.
So what's your favorite Gym Molly memory?
Honestly, there's been so many. That's a hard question, but probably the first ever Gym Molly trip.
Okay.
I was actually during COVID, and I went to Scottsdale and flew out there for my first ever one. I was super nervous to meet everyone. I think it was 9 girls out there, and that was my favorite memory just because when I showed up and I got to meet everyone was so kind and it felt like a family that I was, joining, not so much, just influencers.
Yeah.
So it was amazing, and that was probably my first ever favorite memory with Gym Molly.
Right.
Just being able to welcome so well.
I think that's what drew me to Gym Molly too, because I've been following Gym Molly for 5 years now, but I've only been with the team for 2 years. And I think my favorite thing, I met everyone in Austin for the first time for a big Austin trip.
Yes.
And everyone was so welcoming because I was super shy and quiet back then. And then, the girls are so happy, they're excited, they're ready to shoot content. And they make it very homey and very family oriented.
Yes,
for sure.
they do.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I mean, 4 years ago was my first ever trip and joining Gym Molly, and now I have some of my best friends for life. I literally just had a few of Gym Molly teammates that were at my wedding. One who's actually one of my best friends. Now she was a bridesmaid for my wedding.
Oh my goodness.
So, I mean, it just shows you that it's a family and,
Yes.
best friends you'll have for life. Some of the most incredible people you'll ever meet.
Yes, and congratulations
Thank
on getting
you.
married. That's so exciting.
It was amazing. It is very exciting.
That is awesome. So, your Instagram handle, Golf Girl M. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about that.
So actually, Golfer Girl M was my first ever Instagram handle. I think I started when I was 13 or 14.
Okay.
And I decided that because I played golf since I was 4 years old. So I played my whole
4
life.
years old?
Mm-hmm,
Oh my
4.
goodness. Most people are like, most kids aren't doing anything at 4
I
years old, and
know,
you're out
yeah.
here golfing.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I was born up north in Baltimore, but I lived in Florida most of my life.
Yeah.
So we moved down here when I was 3, and we've always lived on a golf course. And that's actually how I got into it. So I would walk out with my dad every single night after school, and we would just go on the course, and I fell in love. And, it's kind of just like Gym Molly too, where I'm always traveling for tournaments and everything. And that's been something nice about Gym Molly. I've been able to see so many beautiful places on our trips and everything. But it's been an amazing sport to be involved in.
That's
I played
incredible.
D1 in college.
You played D1 in college? Where at?
I played at Florida Atlantic University.
Okay.
So I live in Palm Beach now. So I played at Florida Atlantic University, and then I ended up transferring to University of Alabama.
Wow, look
and
at
graduated
you.
there. Yes.
Talented.
Thank
I
you.
am not very good at golf, but I'm going to support you 100%.
Yes, I can give you lessons. We
Okay,
can go out and
cool.
play
Let's
soon.
do that.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I've seen all your videos where the Gym Molly cans are all lined up.
Yes.
And you're, putting it into the hole, and I'm like, that's amazing. I need to learn how to do that.
Thank you. No, it's a great sport to be involved in, and you meet so many wonderful people, and you get to travel to so many great places. So
That's
I'm definitely
amazing.
blessed.
That's really cool. So you're obviously really good at golf. So
Thank
did you
you.
play in a bunch of tournaments, or how did that go?
Yes, so I actually started competing when I was 6 years old. So I played in hundreds of tournaments all over the world. And I mean, my favorite one had to be representing the United States at the World Championships
Oh my
in Pinehurst,
goodness.
North Carolina. That was amazing. I was actually playing against the #1 girl in China. And
Wow.
I placed 3rd in the world to be able to represent the United States. And that had to be my favorite ever memory
Girl,
in
you
golf.
are amazing.
No, it was awesome. And just being able to represent your country like that beyond anything, it was a wonderful
Yeah.
experience.
I definitely need lessons.
Yes, no, but it's been great. Now I'm still playing in tournaments, and
You still play today?
I do.
Look at you go.
Yes, and so I'm playing in a lot of celebrity invitationals, which
Wow.
is really exciting. The people I get to meet, and a lot of charity events too. So I get to give back as well.
So you're like the most famous golfer you've met that you
I mean,
you
I
like?
have met Tiger Woods. I met
Cool.
Justin Thomas, Roy McIlroy. I've met a lot of like country singers too, and
That's
a lot of
amazing.
DJs and a lot of different people, which has been
Wow.
really awesome.
And how long does a whole course take?
5 hours. A whole round takes 5 hours. Yes, you have to have a lot of patience.
Wow, that's
Yes.
crazy cool though.
No, it is. And I mean, honestly, too, it's become like a routine, but during every round, I have to bring a Gym Molly with me. Because, like,
Okay.
after those
Yeah.
9 holes,
You need the
I need to
energy.
pick me up.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, that's become, routine, which has been great. And it's nice, too, because literally you can just have your cooler and have it on ice. And, like, I used to be a big coffee drinker. And, like, that's impossible when you're playing golf and
Yeah.
playing different sports. Like, oh, let me have a coffee on. So it's nice to be able to have Gym Molly, and it makes it super easy.
It's quick. Put it on ice, drink it.
Exactly.
It's cold. Okay, so you've already had so many experiences. What other experiences have you had or opportunities that you've had that maybe golf has brought you?
Oh my gosh, golf, I've been really lucky. It has brought me a ton of opportunities, but some of my favorite opportunities I've had have been probably the TV shows.
TV shows?
Yeah, so I've been on the Ellen Show. I've been on a few others, but probably ABC's TV show, Holey Moley.
Okay.
That had to be an amazing experience. It was actually during COVID, and I flew out to LA. I was there for a whole month, filmed for Holey Moley, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, literally, they reached out to me, ABC, a year before, and it was a whole process of interviewed and everything, but that was pretty amazing to be on ABC's TV set for
Yeah.
golf and being involved in the people I got to meet. I mean, I'm still in touch with them now.
What's Holey Moley about?
So it's a extreme mini golf TV show.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
so
my goodness.
the hole I actually played was there were 2 windmills on it, and the windmills were on fire. So I had to literally jump through them. So I mean, beyond my golf skills, I had to be obviously in good shape and athletic. So I had to jump through the windmills that were on fire, and then if you got hit by the windmills, you'd literally fall in water that was freezing cold. So when I went out to LA, it was January, and it was
my gosh, so
25
cold.
degrees.
Yeah.
So the water was crazy cold. So I did get hit, unfortunately, and fell in the water and had to get back up there and putt and play afterwards. But I mean, it was such a cool experience, and being able to do all of that and go through that process was awesome.
So you just stayed cold the whole rest of the time?
I did.
Goodness.
We had thousands of people watching us too.
That's a mental challenge.
It was tough, and being able to be, I mean, honestly, when I was out on the course and on that hole, it didn't feel real until I had thousands of people watching me with all the lights and the cameras and stuff. It was a really neat experience.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Look at you. Very successful.
Thank you. Okay, so enough about me. Tell me more about yourself. I'm so excited to finally meet you.
Yes.
I feel like we've been talking for months now.
So long, and we're
Yes.
finally meeting, so it's been exciting because I feel like it's been like so many back and forth. I can come, I can't though. And then,
Yes.
so it's really nice to actually meet you and sit down and have a conversation. So
Finally.
yeah, but so I've been with the team for almost 2 years. I'm about to celebrate my 2-year anniversary.
Oh my gosh. How's it already been 2 years?
I cannot believe it. Like, time
flies
flies
by.
when you're having fun, honestly. And
Literally.
Gym Molly is such a family. It's so much fun that it's like, it's not work.
No.
It's not work
it
when you
doesn't.
do what you love, honestly.
It is. It's amazing when you get to see everyone and get together and,
Yeah.
we're shooting our content and everything. I get so excited every time. It's
Yeah.
not work at all.
Yeah. So you being a golfer, I also got a little athletic ability
There you
over
go.
here.
I'm excited to
okay?
hear about
So
it.
I'm a bodybuilder, so I
Okay.
compete in the bodybuilding world, and I'm actually en route to become the first pro with one kidney.
Oh my gosh. So
So,
one kidney.
I only have one kidney.
So how did that happen?
I was sick majority of my entire life.
Oh
The day
my
I was
gosh.
born, I wasn't supposed to be alive. Beat the odds up until I was 21 when I got healthy.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just been a battle back and forth between the hospitals, Arizona, back to Chicago, kind of finding the right doctors for what was going on. But long story short, I had a bad functioning kidney. So it was basically poisoning me, and I had to get it removed. So I was
Oh
having
my
all these
gosh.
infections every month. I was hospitalized 8 times in one calendar year.
Oh my gosh.
So
You're
it was
literally
crazy.
a miracle baby.
Yes, a miracle baby. That's what my mom always says. That's what my
Oh.
mom and dad always say. But it's been a challenge, not only mentally, but obviously like physically too. But with my one kidney, yeah, I my whole story and like Gym Molly and all that is I want to prove to people that even with limitations, you can still get to where you want to be.
Yes.
So if I become a pro with one kidney, I'm just proving to people right there that it doesn't matter what situation that you're put in, you can still get there.
Yes.
You know, you just
And
have
you
to put
will.
in the work. I think a lot of times some people get very discouraged about health or other things going on in their life, and they kind of got to push past that mental, you know, phase in their head that tells them they can't do it, and kind of prove to themselves that they can do it, because the only one you're proving it to is yourself.
It's true. And you're going to prove that to everyone.
Yeah,
Wow,
absolutely.
that is so inspiring.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine. So you were literally born with one kidney?
So I was born with two.
Okay.
It wasn't until I was like 13 years old.
Okay.
And I was in the hospital with a kidney infection.
Oh
They
my
didn't know, and
gosh.
I got a CT scan. And they came into the room, and they told my mom, "Hey, did you know your daughter only has like one functioning kidney, and the other one's only working 8%?"
Wow.
And my mom were like, "Yeah, you have the wrong room." And they're like,
That
"No,
is
we're
crazy.
serious." And so my life changed from then on. You know, you have to treat your body differently. You know,
So you had to go to a bunch of different
oh
hospitals
my gosh,
all
so
over
many.
the country?
So I went to the Mayo Clinic in Arizona. So
Okay.
the Mayo Clinic is kind of like college. So you have to apply to get in, and if your case
Oh
is
my
severe enough,
gosh.
they'll accept you. So they accepted me, and
I couldn't imagine going through that.
yeah,
I couldn't imagine all. That must have been so difficult.
it was tough. It definitely gave me a different mindset compared to a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people at such a young age, because I kind of had to grow up very quickly. I didn't have a choice. You know, I was in and out of school so much. You know, I was a college cheerleader, but I had to get taken out of school. My doctor said, "Look, you can stay in college, but you're going to die."
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, I remember my mom telling me, you know, "I'm proud of you for making the decision to leave school."
Yeah, it's so
and I was like, "Mom,
difficult.
I didn't have a decision. Like, I didn't have a
No.
choice. If I wanted to stay
you
alive,
literally had to.
I literally had to."
So
leave
how do you
school.
feel now with working out and everything?
I
Is
am
it
the
still
healthiest
difficult?
I've ever been.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
And
my
you look amazing.
Thank you.
I would have no
appreciate
idea.
it. Yeah, so my kidney, actually, I drink Gym Molly every single day, right? My doctor approves it.
Wow.
I brought it to my doctor, my kidney doctor, and they were like, "Yeah, you're all good. You can drink this." And I'm like,
Exactly.
"That's perfect for me." Yeah, that's perfect for me. So I incorporate it every single day. And my kidney disease, I was technically stage 3 chronic kidney disease. I'm stage 2 now, which is insane.
That
so the
is.
stages kind of depend on how well your kidneys are functioning.
Mm-hmm.
Since I only have one, I'm automatically in a different category. But my one kidney's been actually functioning better than some people
Wow.
would too.
So you probably have to watch everything you're putting into your body,
Everything.
everything you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yes.
Wow.
It's really true though, what they say, like what you put in your body is what you're going to get out of it.
It's true. Okay, so I see all your stories and your posts and everything. How'd you get into competing?
So the reason I always wanted to compete, the reason why I got into it is the challenge. I love the challenge. And since I kind of have a unfair advantage, if you want to call it, it kind of gave me the drive to prove a point. And that kind of lit a fire up my butt. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So, you know, so many people are so healthy in the bodybuilding world. There's obviously unhealthy people too who are trying to prove a point as well. But I think my main thing was like, I got to do it for myself. Health was never my strong suit. And so I wanted to make it my strong suit. So
Yes.
it's now the best thing about me, honestly,
Wow.
my health. It was always something that was terrible for me, and I couldn't, you know, figure out why I was so unhealthy. And now that I have it, I think people take advantage of how healthy they are until they're put in a situation where they actually need their health and they see it kind of differently, you know?
Exactly. So you must have to stay on top of it, all your health all the time with
All the time.
competing. And when's your
Yeah.
next event?
So I will compete. I'm going to go into prep in late January for
Okay.
hopefully a show in April or May.
That's exciting.
Yeah, hopefully get the pro card sometime soon, maybe
Yes.
next year. I've been working my butt off this year, so we'll kind of see how this season goes, you know.
And then if you get your pro card, are you traveling for a lot of different events, and how does that work?
Yeah, so there's shows kind of everywhere
Okay.
across the whole US. So I'll probably be in Pittsburgh, I might be in Miami for one, in Texas. So we'll kind of see and gauge how it goes, and we'll kind of go from there.
And is the one in Texas and Austin where you live?
Probably either Houston or Dallas.
Okay.
Maybe
That's super
Austin.
exciting.
It depends. There's so many shows. So you basically have to like qualify for a nationals. So you have to do a show. You have to get top 2. And then if you get top 2, you can go to nationals to try and win your pro
Okay.
card.
And how long does it take to get ready for like each event? Like, do you have to change things for each event?
Yeah, so it's dependent on the person of how long of a prep, but usually prep is from the first show 3 months.
Okay.
And then you kind of compete after that. You compete through the year.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
it's super exciting.
Takes a lot of discipline.
And I'm sure you feel amazing once you will get to the event and all the hard work you put into it. It'll be so rewarding.
Oh, it's so rewarding. There's nothing like it. Like stepping on stage, I feel so in my element. It's unbelievable.
And is your family excited for you?
Oh,
and all your friends
excited.
Super supportive, I'm sure.
And Gym Molly's so excited
That's
too.
awesome.
We talk about it all the time, and they're so excited for me to compete this year. And I couldn't do it without them, honestly.
Yeah,
so
we'll have to plan a trip to come support you
yes,
too.
absolutely.
And see you.
I would love that. That'd be so much fun. Yeah.
And so after your pro card, what's next?
So my dream, if I could, look at it from my picture, it's obviously God's plan, but my dream would be to get my pro card and become a motivational speaker and speak out to people on my story and how to kind of change your mindset and live a healthier, better life from the inside out.
That's amazing.
That would be the goal.
That is so inspiring.
Just to push people in a different way, I think some people just get so stuck in their own ways and they kind of need those little words of encouragement to push them throughout the day. True. There's times when I'm in prep, I have to do 45 minutes of stairs per day.
Wow.
Stairs for 45 minutes and then you got to do it morning and night.
That's nuts.
It takes a lot, but I'll throw on a motivational podcast and it kind of like tells you like, suck it up.
Yeah, no, I love the motivational
harder.
podcast. Honestly, I've always listened to them for years, like before our golf tournaments, and it worked. It did. It motivated me before. And there were tons of times in golf that I would get discouraged. I might have had a few bad tournaments in a row, and I'd listen to those. And my parents were very supporting of that too. And, at one point I would talk to like a golf psychologist just to keep positive because there's so many. I mean, if you talk to some of the top professional athletes in the world, they all have psychologists where they're talking to. So I think, getting into that realm would be amazing.
It's very easy to get in your head too.
It is.
Very easy.
No matter what it is, if it's, the sport or just daily life, so many people, need to stay positive. And I mean, being able to hear from you, that's incredible.
Yeah,
and hear your story because some people might not even want to get out there and work out for 30 minutes a day. They might find the excuses or they might be just negative about certain things, and being able to hear your story, I think everyone's going to be inspired.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Okay, so my first Gym Molly trip, I did not know what to expect, and it exceeded my expectations beyond.
They're amazing, aren't they?
I walked, especially since I was meeting all the girls for the first time, but I walked into the Gym Molly mansion, and I was like, oh my goodness.
The houses are amazing.
Insane. It was beautiful.
What was your first trip?
So it was in Austin.
Okay.
So the pool overlooking downtown, I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful.
That's awesome. I actually didn't get to go on that trip. I had an event, but I always saw the videos and pictures, and it looked amazing. So it was literally looking over downtown. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's awesome. What did you guys all do during the weekend?
So we kind of went to a few stores, a few GNC locations. That's where Gym Molly is. And then we kind of just shot all around downtown. So we had a big group of people. It was so much fun. And we just got paraded around. We had Captain Cook. I know you know who Captain Cook is.
He is incredible.
So Gym Molly has their own personal chef, and he's absolutely amazing. Makes the best food I've ever had. And it's just so nice because it's like, oh, here's a little snacky when you need it.
Exactly.
The
and
food's
everything's
right
so
there.
healthy, but it tastes incredible.
Oh, yeah. And, Gym Molly is such a healthy brand. It's a supplement company, and they keep their athletes well-fed and healthy at the same time.
They always take care of us.
Yeah.
The trips are amazing. I mean, I wish I would have been able to go on the Austin one, but all of the trips have been incredible. I think, actually the first trip I ever went on, Arizona house.
Okay.
So I went on 3 Arizona trips, and one was my first ever one during COVID, and I walked into the house to meet all the girls, and there was literally a blow-up slide. And it was so much fun. Like, literally we shot, for a few hours in the morning, got all of our photos and videos and everything, and then literally I think we made healthy margaritas and went down the slide and everything. And I think it might have been the next year we went back to Arizona, and we went on jet skiing and on the boat and everything. It was so much fun. I think McKenna and Crystal and I all went on one jet ski, went around, and
so
now they're
cute.
some of my best friends. But just the trips are so much fun.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, I mean, we work so hard, and you know, being an athlete for the company, but they give back and they take care of us.
Oh, they take care of
do.
us so well.
I always look forward to the trips, and it's super exciting, and it feels like a family.
It's better than I could have ever imagined, too. You know, you don't really know what to picture walking into the situation, and then you get treated like royalty, and you're like, well, I don't want to be anywhere else but here.
Exactly. Okay, so now that Gym Molly's here in Miami, which I'm super happy about because they're very close to me, and it's been great now with shooting content and everything. But when they were out in LA, did you ever go and visit them or go to the mansion out there?
Yes, I did. I had so much fun. They took me everywhere in LA. It was so cool. I met up with one of the other girls, and we just kind of got to shoot so many beach stuff. We got to shoot gym stuff. We were just everywhere, and it was like so cool because I haven't been to LA very often. I think I was there maybe once prior. So it was cool to be able to see the LA lifestyle without really living in LA.
That's
you know
so
what I
funny
mean?
because that's how it was for me too. Never actually been to California, and when Gym Molly asked me to go out there to shoot with some of the girls, it was my first time ever, and I got to be able to experience something that I may not have, you know, before being with Gym Molly. So it's awesome, like the experiences.
Yeah, when I got the call, like, hey, we need you in LA, I was like, wait, me? Like, I was so excited.
It's awesome.
Like, that's so cool. And then, you know, get picked up by the Gym Molly car, and they take you, and they open your door for you. And I'm like, wow, I've never received this treatment before.
Right?
This is luxury. I really
amazing.
like it. Yeah. So it's been nice to fly to all these different locations, and now I'm here in Miami. I fly out here basically every 2 weeks to shoot Gym Molly content. Like,
It's awesome.
do I live a better life? You know, like that's crazy. I live the best life.
You do.
All thanks to Gym Molly, of course. Okay, so you've been a part of the team for 4 years now. What has it been like seeing the team grow into such a massive group?
No, it's been amazing being able to watch the team grow and the company. I mean, now we're in GNCs all over the country, even all over the world. We're in Australia now.
Right? Yeah.
So that's been incredible. I mean, I've even been on personal trips where I'm at different gyms where I see Gym Molly or GNC. So that's been wonderful. And being able to take those videos and send them back, you know, to the team, that's been great. But being able to meet, too, some of the girls that, you know, now I'm best friends with that for the rest of my life, it's been wonderful, and all the opportunities still that are going to come from Gym Molly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so exciting.
It's so rewarding, too, when you, like, go into a GNC or a Kroger, and then Gym Molly's on the shelf, and you're like, that's my company.
Exactly.
So how did you find out about Gym Molly, or what drew you to Gym Molly?
So I actually found out about Gym Molly through Instagram,
Okay.
through a few girls that I was friends with and was following for a while on social media, and they were teammates for Gym Molly.
Wow.
And I sent a message to them, and we talked about working together. You know, I was a little iffy at first just because I never worked for a company on social media. And it was my first ever, you know, Instagram partnership, and turned into, you know, 4 years now. And now I'm actually an influencer. And I truly think that if it wasn't for Gym Molly, I might not be in this world now.
Yeah,
So, like, they were the first
absolutely.
ones, you know, to make that step for me. And I think, you know, it all works
believe
out.
in you,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's brought me so many different opportunities, and it's been amazing.
I've been following the Gym Molly page for 5 years, so I remember seeing you. I remember seeing all the girls, and I'm like, I want to be a Gym Molly athlete so bad. And then now here I am, 2 years into being a Gym Molly athlete, and it's like a dream came true, honestly.
It is.
The thing that I love about them is they believe in you more than sometimes you believe in yourself, because you're hard on yourself, right? And it's like the group is just, it's a family, you know, they support you, they encourage you, and it's like they see you here when sometimes you
Exactly.
see yourself here.
It's true, and everyone's so supportive. I mean, some of the girls and everyone, they always check in on you, make sure you're doing well. Or I mean, I get messages all the time from some of the girls where they're saying, I hope you have a great day, you know, I'm thinking of you, I hope this is going well. But it's like some of those people that you may not have met, it's been amazing. It really has.
Yeah, and all these girls are from all around the country too, right?
They are.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
Crystal's out in LA, and some of the girls, you know, have been from Texas, everywhere.
You know, I have to say, my routine is so on point, and I take my Gym Molly every single morning before I go to the gym. I cannot skip a day.
No, you cannot. Actually, I have it probably every day around 3 o'clock.
Okay.
That's like my midday pick me up.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
need
just
it.
the same way. I'm
Yeah.
on routine. And if I don't have it, like, honestly, you don't really want to come around me because I'm probably grumpy and in a mood.
Grumpy
and
until
don't
I
have
get
any
my Gym Molly.
energy. Yes.
What's your flavor?
Probably the blue raspberry lemonade.
The blue
That's my
ras-
favorite.
Okay, I love the Gym Molly Pro Strawberry Kiwi.
It's so
That
good.
one's my
That one's
fave.
refreshing.
Yeah, and every morning I just take a little scoop, and
Yep.
that's what I do. You know,
It's all you need.
I can't live without it. Actually, I wish I was lying about it, but I really do.
And I'm super excited about the protein now. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, the cookies and cream flavor is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So what
it's
I do
good.
though, like every night, it's also in my routine. So morning and night, I take the Pro in the morning, and then in the evening,
Okay.
I do my shake. But I do the chocolate ice cream, and I add a scoop of peanut butter
Oh my gosh.
and oat milk, and it tastes like chocolate peanut butter ice
It's
cream.
probably so good. I actually just got an ice cream blender to make at
Like
home
one
ice
of those,
cream. Yes.
oh my gosh,
and
I
I
gotta
need to
get
put some
one.
Gym Molly. I think the cookies and cream flavor would be so good with
It's
just
like
some like
you're eating
almond
ice
milk
cream, right?
and ice. Yeah, it would be delicious.
Yeah.
With peanut butter, I gotta start doing that. That's
And
like the
protein.
perfect. Yeah, get your protein in for the day and have a dessert.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect.
I think a lot of things is like you have to find ways that are going to be healthy for you, and I feel like Gym Molly Protein's the perfect way to do that because
It
you get a
is.
little bit of sweet, but you also get the healthy side of it. So it's like you're eating ice cream literally
Exactly.
every night.
And everything's so natural, and I mean, there's just so many proteins out there, and finally one that, you know, doesn't have all this artificial stuff, and you feel good after. You don't have like that bad stomach ache and feel
Yeah.
bloated. It's delicious too.
Yeah. Girl, speaking of this Gym Molly Orange County Creamery, does it not remind you of the orange creamsicles from childhood?
Childhood, I still eat those. Those are the
drink
best, but really
They
it's so
are.
good.
This tastes exactly like it.
I know, and I feel like so many people probably too think like these products don't actually taste good, and the energy drinks, but they actually taste amazing. I mean, I think what it is just, you know, the natural products in it without all the extra fluff that a lot of these energy drinks and proteins have now. I mean, it's like the different proteins, like the cookies and cream, literally delicious.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy, you know, I get excited when I get to have it. Where compared to before, when I've had the different proteins, energy drinks, there's so many out there.
Yeah.
But they taste disgusting. Like you feel bad after, and at least these taste amazing and you
Yeah.
feel good.
Speaking of feeling bad, the thing I like about Gym Molly, their creatine, it's a pure HCL creatine. So it's actually doesn't give you all the issues that like a cheap creatine is going to give you. It doesn't give you the bloating, the indigestion, like
Exactly.
all those issues. So
It's
creatine's
amazing for women.
It's
too.
yeah, it's amazing for women. It's great for if you're trying to build muscle, you know, if you're trying to grow, if you're trying to just be healthy in general, creatine is the best option. And the fact that it's a pure HCL where it's not going to give you all those terrible issues, that's the main focus on why I love that product.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's probably so amazing too for you with competing and everything.
yeah.
It's probably helped you so much.
So, and what's your big goals for 2025?
So of course I have a few different goals between, you know, health, golf, everything. But I think my biggest one is just to compete in more golf tournaments this year. Charity and celebrity invitationals. You know, before maybe I was a little worried about scheduling and everything, and now I'd like to play in as many as I can this year, which I
Okay.
think will be amazing.
Are they going to be here in Florida?
No, probably all over.
Oh my gosh, I want to go to one.
Yes,
I've
you
never
should.
been
We'll
to
plan
anything
it. That
golf
would be
related,
awesome.
but I want to go.
Yes,
That'd
we'll
be
plan
cool.
that.
I'll be the like cheer on girl. You have
Of
to be
course.
quiet though at a certain time.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be
It'll be
quiet at that
okay.
time, and then when you actually hit the ball,
Exactly.
I'll be like, yes, go.
But honestly, what's nice too about a lot of the celebrity and charity events is they're not like, you know, maybe some of more like the events maybe in the past where it's quiet and maybe not as fun. Golf's changed so much too. Where these
Really?
events, you're meeting everyone. It's so exciting. I mean, you even watch it now with like the sport of golf with like Live and, you know, these different fun celebrity tournaments. It's so different. So like you'll be excited to come to one. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's so fun.
So-
So, have you ever hit a hole in one?
I haven't.
You haven't?
So that is
Okay.
definitely still a goal of mine. I've been literally 4 inches before. So I have been very close, but I would like to get one here soon.
Girl, you're better than me
Yes.
because I can't even hit the ball 2 feet, so or 4 inches.
And
I
with the
should
more
say.
I'm playing too, I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So what are your goals this year?
So obviously I'm going to compete, try to go for my pro card and kind of see where I go with that, and then just continue being a Gym Molly athlete, being an influencer, kind of growing in that realm, being that motivational speaker and speaking out to a lot of women and men to get them healthy and on
I'm
the
so
right,
excited for
right
you.
page. Yeah,
That's
thank
gonna be
you. I'm
awesome.
excited for you too. I can't wait to come to the tournaments and see you do your thing. That's going to be so exciting.
So I don't know when the next Gym Molly trip is, but if you could imagine any ideas or where it should be, what do you think it should look like?
So I've really thought about this a few times because I've given my input for sure. But I think if we had a mega yacht in Miami, would go crazy as a Gym Molly party.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so much
fun. It'd be insane, right?
No, it would be. I mean, we've never done the yacht yet. We've had, I think, 3 or 4 different houses here in Miami. We've been in Brickell, literally over like one of the best hotels in Brickell with the pool parties and the DJs and everything, but I think a yacht party would be awesome.
We're just going to be popping Gym Molly.
Oh, yeah. We'll have the Gym Molly flags, everything.
Maybe we should get Lil Jon out there.
Yeah.
Or we need a DJ
Maybe
or
some
something.
jet skis behind the yacht.
Some jet skis. Yeah, we can fit the 3 girls on it again.
Yes, that'll be so
Go
much
crazy.
fun.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
have
it'd
to
be a
do
lot
that.
of fun to do that. You know, just have all the Gym Molly girls and all the fans and all that would be so cool. And I feel like it would definitely do well for video content too. You know, everyone loves to see the lifestyle of Gym Molly.
Exactly.
I recently posted a video about a lifestyle being like a day in the life of being a Gym Molly influencer.
I love that.
It did so well, you know, because it's so much fun and it's so authentic. It's like,
true.
oh, I wake up, I get on the plane, I head to Miami,
It's
and I have a
genuine.
great time. You know, I have a great time. I see a bunch of the girls. I love it. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, do you have any plans for Gym Molly, the next big party?
Mine might be a little excessive.
Okay, what is it?
But I think we should maybe get a house, all fly out to Australia. It's one place I've always wanted
We're
to go
going
to.
to Australia.
And I feel like sky's the limit.
We're not
especially with
doing
Gym
Miami
Molly.
yacht anymore. We're going to Australia for sure.
I feel like swim on the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh
and
my gosh,
go
this
out
girl's got
there.
it all planned out already.
Oh my gosh, and what's it? The climbing in Sydney. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The high up. I feel
Yeah.
like all the girls would be down to go do that.
Could you imagine, like, we have a Gym Molly can holding it
Oh
up next
my
to a
gosh,
shark or
it'd
something?
be awesome.
Oh my gosh, it would
but
go
I feel
viral.
like that's like the lifestyle too. Like
It would.
everyone, you know, they're not discouraged by anything. They're willing to try
Yeah.
everything. You know,
Do you
just,
know how many new things I've tried from being with Gym Molly?
true.
Like, it's insane. I can't believe I haven't done these things before. And I'm like, they've showed me a whole different world than I even knew that was out there.
They really have. I mean, even when I started with them 4 years ago, I was a lot more shy, reserved, and they really brought me out of my shell.
Brings
and
your personality.
They brought out my personality, and it's been amazing. I've really been able to grow as an athlete and
It's
as an influencer.
because they make you comfortable.
They do.
That's the thing, you know?
And they support you too. When you're already might be that talented person, but they can support and back you, which feels amazing.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you're talented, and then Gym Molly, like, shows you how much more talented you really are. And
Exactly.
you're like, dang, like, I'm actually kind of cool.
It's
you know?
amazing. We're blessed. This was so much fun doing our first
was so much
podcast.
fun.
I know we should do more of them.
We really should. We should have like a Gym Molly after party podcast.
Yes, I would
You know,
love that.
it fits with the brand, the after party. I think it would go really well. I don't know. Maybe the viewers would really like to see some podcasts more.
I think so too. It's been so much fun. It's so easy being able to talk and like honestly too, like even with some of the other girls, but being able to hear more about like
Everyone's
their
story.
story and background, it's great. Like beyond just too where I feel like you see pictures and videos of, you know, different people and influencers and athletes, but really being able to hear, you know, more about them. It's wonderful.
Yeah, because Instagram can only show you so much of a story, but sitting down and having those authentic,
Exactly.
like, conversations,
No, I wanna
you
do it
can't beat
again.
that. Yeah,
It's
we got to
true.
do that
We
again. I
do.
feel like we still have so much to talk about because we're so
Yes.
limited on time.
I know.
We got
I
to
wish
shoot
it
at
wasn't cutting short.
Yeah, we got to shoot at the beach after this, so
Yes.
that's gonna be really fun. You know, that's what we're saying. Like, that's why we love Gym Molly so much. You know, we're just sitting here. We're at podcast at 1 o'clock, but then at 3 o'clock we got to go to the beach and shoot. You know,
Tough life.
It's a very tough life, right?